Alright, so in this video we're basically just going to go through and do the same thing with this elevation as we did with this one. We're just making it look good. I'm going to do a little bit less explanation as I go and a little bit faster process of getting rid of different lines. So the only thing that's really going to be different is this part up here. So once I hit this point right here, the way that this is going to finish off is I'm going to leave those lines, and this is going to be the trim of, do that one more time, this is going to be the trim, how it looks on the outside of my building. I would have another line up here that would represent the shingles, but I'm going to leave that for right now. And I can offset this down my 4 inches to represent the other part of the fascia. Now let's start that over, like that. That and that. I'll take this over. I'm going to erase all of that, and erase that line, and this one is going to be trimmed off there. So it's going to look like this on the end. I'm not going to see any of this. Erase all of that, and I'm going to mirror this over from that end point. Trim that off. Erase all of this. I'll leave this on here to show where the bottom of my door is. I'm going to extend this over for my siding. So I'm just going to come up here. I'm going to do an XL H to show where my door is located. And I'm just going to copy all of this down here. I'm going to rotate it, and I'm going to move it into place, line up 2 common points, move the previous, get it back out of the way, erase all that, don't need it. I'm just finding my door location. So I know my door is going to be 80 inches high, so I'm going to offset up there, and right now this is on my parge layer, but I will clean that up a little bit here, and I can actually extend these down, trim this out, and erase these, and my siding is going to go in there. I'm also going to have a window on this side, so I can do the same thing, XLH, and I can show my window, and I'm going to copy this whole thing again. Could have did this all at once instead of doing it twice. Live and learn. Line it up from a common point to a common point, move it back down, delete it, get my window. I know I want to line the top of my windows up with the top of my door, so I'm just going to copy this line over here somewhere, fill it, and I'm going to offset down 48 inches. Fill it that again, and I can trim this out, and I can trim that off, and I can get rid of this altogether. Let's see how I showed that on that other one. And I can draw my line over for my grade. Match those properties. Trim that out. Get rid of that. Trim this. Extend this. Get rid of all this. Just cleaning it up real quickly. I'm going to use my match properties. Those. Get all those updated. Basically stretch these over. Extend them. I have my footing shown, and at this point I could do my siding right there. So I'm going to hatch that, and I'm just going to hatch with whatever pattern happens to be there, and then I'm going to come up here and I'm going to use my match properties to match it. And I'm going to do the same thing with this down here, and that just happens to be the same. So I'm good to go with this, except for showing detail on my doors and windows.